Ever heard of the saying, rich people stay rich because they pretend to be poor, and poor people stay poor because they pretend to be rich? This notion resonates deeply with many of us. Today, we're shining a light on why it's crucial for us as Black people to reinvent ourselves and reshape the narrative of how the world perceives us. Our speaker, Nuri Muhammad, articulates why the Black community possesses immense wealth beyond mere dollars. We need to cultivate financial wisdom. He highlights the importance of shifting our mindset and behaviors to unlock the wealth within our communities. As Muhammad underscores, it's not just about accumulating wealth, but also about managing it wisely. By adopting a mindset of financial literacy and responsibility, we can empower ourselves and future generations. Stick around as we play Nuri Muhammad's enlightening video. Afterward, we'll dissect some key takeaways from his message, exploring how we can apply his insights to our own lives and communities. Join us on this fascinating and insightful journey as we explore the power of reinvention and financial empowerment within the Black community.
I think I said that we've got dollars, but what we need is sense. You know, when you count the mathematics and look at Black people as a nation, there's 233 independent nations on the earth. Now, out of the 233 independent nations, Black people at $1.3 trillion are the 8th richest nation in the world. Yet, we don't have anything in our community that we can call our own. So by the simple fact that we're the 8th richest nation on the earth and we don't have our own educational system, don't feed ourselves, grow our own food, is a sign that we got dollars, but we need some sense. So I said we blame the white man for 95% of our problems, but we still spend 97% of our money with them. That's bass awkward, if you count that.
And what's wild to me is that, like, I just observe life as it is. So every city I go to, I'm here in Indianapolis, right? And when I look around, I see Black people suffering. But then on the other hand, people tell me Black people are doing great. And sometimes I think they distort their position for the masses of the people.
Well, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad made this revolutionary observation about how to properly judge the rise or the fall of us as a nation. He said, no one individual can rise above the condition of their people. So you never should judge the individual few poster child mannequins in the storehouse of democracy's window, Negroes that have made it, to justify that we have made it as a people. We do have $1.3 trillion in money. That's income though, and that's not wealth. So when the math is calculated, Black people only possess less than 2% of the wealth of the United States of America. Income and wealth are two different concepts. Income is the money you earn by exchange of your time or the sale of a good product or service. But wealth is when you exchange that money for something that either keeps value or increases in value over time. Black people, we are the leaders in unnecessary spending. We buy stuff we don't need from people that we don't like to impress people we don't know. And at the end of the math of the equation, we end up having nothing but a whole bunch of name brand stuff, but never businesses that we can pass down to our children or real estate that increases or keeps its value over time. So we've got income, but we don't have the wealth. That's why I said we've got dollars, but we need some sense. Out of that $1.3 trillion, Brother Lennon, do you know that we spend $23 billion a year on clothes, $11 billion a year on furniture, $3.2 billion on keeping up with the latest cell phone that came out, $46 billion on cars, $60 billion on legal and illegal drugs, $32 billion dressing up the outside of our head. But when it comes to dressing up the inside of our mind, which is the purchase of books, only 300 million is purchased in books. That would be fine if God said in Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed from a lack of sew-ins, or my people are destroyed from a lack of temple tapers or phase, but my people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. So we should be investing more in the building up of the mind and building up of our character, getting the sense that we need to go with those dollars, so that when we marry our wealth with some wisdom, we can actually leave something behind for our children and our children's children that they can call their own.
I'm glad you said that. I have to put myself out there before I criticize anyone, right? When I was younger, based on my environment, it's a learned behavior. I'm ashamed to say this now publicly, but I thought I had to spend money. I really thought I had to spend money. Like if I had $100 in my pocket, I thought if I went out, I had to spend $100. I'm not sure if you had that mind frame younger on.
Well, I did too. You know, unfortunately, black people's brains have been hardwired where we connect happiness to spending. We have to disconnect the wire in our brain from happiness and spending and take from happiness to saving and happiness to investing. Do you know that rich people stay rich because they pretend to be poor? And poor people stay poor because they pretend to be rich. We spend money. We literally are trying to buy respect, and we go broke trying to look rich. So when the math is done, I was talking to a brother in our barbershop one day, and I was telling him that when you have enough on the inside, you don't need the stuff on the outside to make you feel like you are something. And the brother, look, he verified the position. He said, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Me and my guys was out. We went to out of town, and we was on our way to go to the club. And whenever we started getting dressed, my partner realized that he had left his jewelry. And the minute that he seen that he didn't have his jewelry, I noticed that he got sad. And he didn't even go with us. Next day, I went down to the counter at the hotel room, and he was opening up a package. He had somebody overnight his jewelry to them. And when he grabbed the jewelry out, he took his watch, his chain, and put it on and told me, hey, I'm back. But he never went nowhere. Problem is that he felt a sense of worth from what he put on the outside of himself. But the real sense of worth doesn't come from the jewel you put on your finger, your wrist, or your necklace. The real sense of worth comes from the jewel you put in your mind with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, discipline, and character. So that we got it all twisted, and just like you, we had our brains hardwired improperly, where we connected the wire from happiness to spending instead of to saving and investing. And unfortunately, we have outsourced our happiness. We're looking for happiness to come from other people and other things in the outside material world, when the truth is happiness is an inside job.
Once upon a time, there were 3 friends, each with their own way of handling money. The first friend was smart. He put his money into a bank and let it grow over time. The second friend was cautious. He hid his money away, not wanting anyone to know he had it. But the third friend was a big spender. He blew all his cash on fancy clothes, cars, and parties. Then, tough times hit. For 5 years, things got really hard. And guess what? The first friend who had invested his money wisely came out on top. He still had his wealth, growing steadily. The second friend who had saved his money managed to get by without too much trouble. But the third friend, he was broke, with nothing left to show for all his spendings. This story teaches us an important lesson. Just as we've watched the video, it shows how being smart with money, like investing and saving, can help us survive when tough times come. So as we dive into the breakdown and learn more about why it's essential to be wise with our finances, especially in the Black community, it's a lesson we can all benefit from, no matter who we are. In the captivating words of our brother, financial literacy isn't just about numbers, it's about survival. He draws upon timeless wisdom, quoting the scripture, people perish because they lack nothing else, but because they lack knowledge. And what's that knowledge? It's the power of financial literacy. As he delves deeper, our brother emphasizes the importance of saving and investing. He doesn't just preach, he paints a vivid picture, echoing the story of our 3 friends. It's a tale of caution, of foresight, and triumph. Imagine this. Even if you're not diving into the world of stocks and bonds, simply stashing away your earnings can be a game changer. It's like building a fortress against the storms of life. And as we've seen, when those storms come, and they always do, it's the ones who've prepared, who've saved, who emerge victorious. So let's heed the wisdom of our brother. Let's embrace financial literacy, not just as a tool for wealth, but as a shield against adversity. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just starting out, there's power in taking control of your finances. It's a sobering reality that many once famous figures from our community, despite their past glory, have fallen into financial ruin. The sad truth is that a lack of financial literacy often lies at the heart of their downfall. Too many of us in the Black community struggle with poor spending habits, failing to save or invest wisely. But here's the thing, it's not just about those in the spotlight, it's about all of us. We need to rethink how we educate our children, the conversations we have with our friends and family, and the choices we make in our own lives. Change is overdue. It's time for a revolution in mindset and action, not just in the US and Africa, but wherever black people reside across the globe. We all need access to this crucial information. We need to arm ourselves with the tools of financial literacy to secure our futures and break the circle of financial struggle. So if you are resonating with what we are saying, if you are feeling the urgency for change, then don't keep this information to yourself. Share this message with your loved one, your friends, your community. Let's keep the momentum going, spreading the knowledge and empowerment throughout our community. Together, we can rewrite the narrative and build a brighter, more prosperous future for all black people. Our community yearns for a new dawn of collaborative innovation where thought leaders, celebrities, and superstars unite to blaze trails of progress. When they stand together, we the people are inspired to follow suit, to lend our support to endeavors that uplift us all. But it's not just about coming together, it's about bridging the gap between innovation and tradition. We must embrace innovation to preserve and promote our rich cultural heritage, ensuring it remains relevant in today's ever-changing world. It's disheartening to witness treasures from our own communities overlooked until someone from another race sees their value and profits from them. The difference lies in the unwavering support for each other's endeavors, a solidarity we must emulate. Imagine a world where we foster partnerships, where businesses thrive through collaboration, where success knows no bounds. The future holds limitless potential, and the resources to seize it are at our fingertips. In this digital age, information is abundant. Mentors like Nuri Muhammad are within reach, and the opportunities for growth are boundless. Let's seize the moment to come together, to learn from each other, and to build a brighter tomorrow, one where our collective strength propels us to new heights of achievement and prosperity. Above all else, let's embrace the mantra of being our brothers and sisters keepers. In a world where it often looks like no one truly cares for our people except ourselves, let's embody that care and support for each other. Because when we uplift one another, when we celebrate each other's victories and offer encouragement, we become unstoppable. Like seeds breaking through the soil, we too can rise and thrive with the right nourishment, support, and positivity. We are here for a reason, each of us possessing unique energy and potential. It's a divine appointment, a moment where we are meant to harness all that's available to us, the sunlight, the rain, the resources around us. Together, we are already on the path to progress and success. But to truly reach our full potential, we must stand together, united in purpose and strength. So let's commit to this journey of solidarity and growth. Subscribe, like, and join us as we continue to uplift and empower our community. Together, we can turn dreams into reality and shape a future where our collective strength knows no bounds.